Brett.
Joseph. How we doing?
What's going on?
It's a lot. Lots going on.
Lots going on.
But it's a lot going on in the world.
It keeps the brain active, though.
It does. It's a crazy world. There's a lot of things in the world. War, first of all, very timely for our movie today.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's a perfect segue. We're talking War Dogs.
This we are.
We're talking the 2018 Todd Phillips. What's his name? Jonah Hill. Miles Teller.
Miles Teller. Yes.
Yeah. There we go.
How do you feel about? Sorry to take over.
Yeah, no.
How do you feel about actor Miles Teller?
I'm indifferent to him.
Okay.
How do you feel?
So for a long time, it's kind of like siding with like a internet popular thing, but like I was like, oh, what a very punchable person kind of vibe. He seems very douchey, and sometimes in the movie he might be that
That's
character.
what I heard about him in real life too. Is he's kind of douchey in real life.
I've also heard that too. Like people, I think I might be making this up, but maybe people from like his high school, maybe a couple, or maybe college were like, oh yeah, not a fan. But I will say I'm one of the people who was won over when I saw him in Top Gun Maverick.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's like his like big thing that everybody's talking about lately.
Right. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I fuck with you, Miles Teller.
Yeah. Good for him.
You can stay.
He got ripped. He played volleyball or something,
or something.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, he's in this movie. I was never like the biggest fan of him. I remember he was in the Fantastic Four movie. Did you see that?
Fantastic, yes. I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, so did I. And I didn't think he was like the right fit for Mr. Fantastic, and
he just seemed kind of like, I don't know much about Fantastic Four. Like I just know the movies that have come out in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But I felt like he seemed like a bit young.
Yeah.
Which I guess they were
the
going
whole
for.
The cast was like young.
Yeah, because there was like Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara, who I think had like 10 years on everybody in that cast, but whatever. I don't remember the gentleman who played the Thing because he was a CGI rock monster.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Which shows how memorable that movie is. I know his face, but I just don't remember.
That's the thing. I know his face. He's British, probably.
Something like that. One of them fake accents.
Made it up.
Yeah. How do you feel about Jonah Hill? Are you a Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill, I actually. Ooh, careful now.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill, I actually am a fan of. I've always liked Jonah Hill. I'm one of the people who was like, oh, super bad. This is great. And then just, I guess, kept being a fan since then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of indifferent to him. I guess same with Miles Teller. Just like I was never the biggest fan of Jonah Hill, but I saw a movie with him recently. You were hanging out with one of his co-stars from this film the other day, Sam J.
Yes.
She was in this movie with him called You People on Netflix. Did you see that?
I have not. I want to, though.
Okay. I'll save you the spoilers, but I would recommend not watching.
Is it the CGI kiss?
Because
I watched breakdowns of that.
I don't know why people care that there was a CGI kiss.
I believe it was like some people thought it was like racially motivated or something, or
like
a couple people at least thought that. That wasn't the majority of people, but I believe the actual reason was because it was filmed during the pandemic. And so they were like, hey, just in case, let's do this separately. Okay.
I saw online, I think Lauren London wasn't comfortable kissing. I don't know if that's true.
That could be it.
I don't know. But yeah, didn't like that movie. Movie sucked.
That Eddie Murphy, correct?
Eddie Murphy, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. This is just a quick side tangent because I've been sitting on this for a while. It was just like, I get they were trying to do like, the Guess Who's Coming to Dinner style, like, white guy, black family,
right.
Like, but it just all the jokes were just super cringe, and it's just like a lot of these movies, it's like no one really talks like this, and like Julia Louis-Dreyfus was like just saying like weird like racist stuff and then not like realizing that it's racist, and I'm like, people don't really act like that in real life.
Not in real life, no. Yeah. Which it's a movie, fine, whatever, but it sounds like from your perspective it was turned up too much.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, they were playing too hard the like white people are stupid and don't know how to talk to black people and black people are passive aggressive and like get mad at white people, and I was just like,
I remember when I saw like the trailer and promotions for that movie, and I was like, I felt like it was kind of like deja vu to me. It felt because like we kind of see that similar thing happen in 22 Jump Street, I believe.
Oh yeah, with Ice Cube's daughter.
Yes, because he's dating or whatever Ice Cube's daughter, and then I remember Queen Latifah was the wife. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Power couple.
But that was more of like he was mad at him for having sex with his dog because he was his employee, not
True.
because he was just white.
Okay, I thought I haven't seen it in a while.
Okay, yeah.
I thought I remembered there being similar, like, oh, white boy. Welcome,
I think there was some of that too. But
yeah.
Anyways, back to War Dogs.
Oh yes, let's do it.
Had you seen this movie prior to this viewing?
I think at some point I did start it. This isn't something I like am proud of, but I sometimes start movies when I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
it's something.
I mean, that's what everyone does.
Sometimes it's the only time I can get invested in it. It's like, I remember that movie being good.
It's the perfect remedy for going straight to sleep.
Oh, absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. I love a movie that I can turn on and like I've yet to finish.
Yeah,
like Bill Maher's Religulous.
Okay,
It's a documentary.
If you want to go to sleep, turn on some Bill Maher, ladies and gentlemen. You'll fall right asleep.
Two very fun things: Bill Maher and religion.
Oh, so you had started it. This was your first time watching until completion?
Yes, I watched it just today, actually. I watched it to completion, start to finish. Great time. Really liked it. I was telling you earlier, I liked it more than I thought I would. Not that I thought it was going to be bad, just kind of the topic wasn't necessarily something I'm heavily invested in. War,
dogs.
Guns, and no, dogs, not a fan. I have two. Don't love them. Just kidding. But yeah, I really liked it. How about you?
I saw it twice in the theaters for some reason. I don't remember why I saw it twice. And then I rewatched it yesterday, and I liked it a lot when it came out. But this time around watching it, it was just kind of like I wasn't like as into it. Maybe because I've seen like so many better movies like this since then.
Could be. I often have that experience where you watch a movie a few times, it just kind of depreciates over time. Yeah. Like there's some movies I'm like, no, I don't want to watch that one again just because I want to remember liking it.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of like very big popular comedy movies very late, like Dodgeball and Zoolander.
Yeah.
I've only seen these movies once or twice.
Yeah.
Because by the time I saw them, I knew all the quotes. I knew all the pop culture moments from it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to preserve everything that I didn't necessarily know and just make sure it's not as flushed out for me.
But also like with this one, some of the other movies in this series we're going to talk about, this one feels I still haven't watched like the rest of the movies, but this one feels the most derivative of like Wolf of Wall Street, Pain and Gain, where it's like, two cool bros and they're living in Miami and they're gonna make it rich and they're doing illegal schemes and they're kind of it just feels really derivative. I don't know.
I get that. This is something I was thinking during my watch through today.
Yeah.
It was interesting seeing Jonah Hill be like the kind of arrogant, street smart, know-it-all, like, what up, bro? Yeah. And then Miles Teller is just kind of like, for lack of a better term, kind of the loser like character. Yeah. And so I'm just kind of like, I feel like it's one of those movies where like the actors should be switched, but it still works, I guess.
I don't know if Jonah Hill could play the Miles Teller role.
Really?
I mean, maybe you could. I don't know. I did a bit of research into this film. They were originally, so this is based on a true story, obviously. And so they've been trying to make this movie for a while.
Oh, okay.
And they originally wanted Jesse Eisenberg and Shia LaBeouf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you like that?
I really want to watch that. I don't know if that's what the zeitgeist requires.
Yeah.
But that's something I would definitely be
I feel like Shia LaBeouf, I think he would do a better job at this role than Jonah Hill.
I think could definitely see that. I agree. Jesse Eisenberg, he would probably be the Miles Teller character. That I can see.
Yeah, he's more of like a like nerdy, like anxious guy than Miles Teller. I feel.
Miles Teller doesn't strike me as like meek.
Yeah,
whereas Jesse Eisenberg, I'm like, no, I could probably fight you. Yeah. He did a karate movie recently, so that's probably not totally accurate.
Oh yeah, what is it? The Art of Self-Defense?
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, so this movie's based on a true story. I did some research into the story, and it turns out a lot of it isn't true, which is often the case for a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
Like, like the story itself is true. They never drove like Berettas through Iraq.
Okay.
That was made up for the film.
Gotcha.
Which that was my favorite scene when I first saw the movie. So
I was gonna say that was one of the more standout ones for me.
Yeah.
So that's disappointing.
that never happened. I don't know about all the Albania stuff. How much of that is true? But yeah, I mean, so this is Todd Phillips. There's some other writers. I don't remember all their names. I didn't do enough research to remember that. But you know who Todd Phillips?
I did. I was about to bring up. I had to like refresh myself earlier on who Todd Phillips was, and it's Joker. One of the movies that he did that I really liked was Star is Born, because I like Lady Gaga a lot.
Wait, no, he didn't do Star is Born.
He didn't do. I swear on my Google search, he came up with
I
Todd.
think he's a producer on it, but Bradley Cooper.
He did direct that. I should have known that.
But they collaborate on everything. So Bradley
That's
Cooper
true,
is a producer
that
on
explains
Joker.
That explains why he was in this movie.
He was in this movie, The Hangover.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they're big collab buddies.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Because I was like, I guess I'm stupid. No, not me. Never.
No, you're never stupid, Brad.
Thank you.
Well, this movie is actually directly responsible for the Joker.
I can see that.
He was giving some interview where he was saying that like at the premiere of this movie, he saw like a poster for like the Avengers or whatever, and he was saying like you can't get like a real movie made unless it's like a superhero movie.
Yeah.
And so that's what prompted him to like, you know, make the Joker and to make like a serious movie but disguise it as a superhero movie.
Right, sort of like I don't want to say it. I think anti-superhero movie seems a bit extreme.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of, it's like, you know, check out our Joker episode from however many weeks ago on Paradizo Films.
Yes, please do. I'm not in it.
Brad's not in it, but
it's still good.
It's Liam a good does Joker
great.
Episode.
Joseph does great too.
Yeah. Liam's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is Todd Phillips, Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper is I remembered him like just having a cameo, but he has a larger role than I remembered, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, he was featured more than I thought he would be. I kind of thought the same thing. I thought he would be like a 1, maybe 2 scene guy, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So that was a pleasant surprise.
Are you you're Brad? Are you a Bradley Cooper fan?
Brad's in my experience. There's it's a community. I like to think so.
Yeah, a community.
We get often grouped in with like that's me specifically, but Brad's often gets lumped in with like the Chads, and I'm like, no, I don't think we're the same.
Yeah, Brad's is definitely different than the Chads.
Yeah, Chads, I'm like
yeah.
How do I put this nicely?
I mean, you guys got some good. You got Bradley Cooper, Bradley Pitt. You got Brad Mamajama.
That's me.
You got
Bradley Whitford of Get Out and Billy Madison.
Yeah, that's right.
One of the first famous Bradleys I ever like memorized that wasn't
Bradley Whitford.
That wasn't like Brad Pitt.
What else about this movie? Ana de Armas. Do you like her?
That was incredible. I didn't know she was in this movie. That was a very pleasant surprise.
I believe this was her first American film.
Okay, that's awesome.
I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure this was her first American film.
Considering like the timeline of when she like blew up, that sounds like that could be right.
Yeah, yeah, she was great. She's fun. Not really. She was kind of like the voice of reason.
Yeah, I mean, she was at the end of the day, she was just kind of the wife, so she didn't have much to do. She didn't have like No Time to Die level.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
Yeah.
Not No Time to Die, but just her. They set it up like she's gonna have like her own thing, but they're probably not gonna do anything with that, which is disappointing.
Yeah, that's true. I think the same thing was gonna happen with the new 007.
Yeah, with I don't remember
her name either, but I've seen her in many things. Yeah. She's a wonderful actress.
Yeah, they're just gonna. They set up all these. This is a James Bond tangent, but they set up all these
James
things
Bond podcast.
And we got to do a James Bond podcast. They set up all these things in No Time to Die, and they're just not going to go anywhere with them, which sucks.
No, because after No Time to Die, there's not really a jumping off point.
Well, yeah, I mean they obliterated James Bond.
Yeah, the jumping off point has been destroyed.
Zero way he's gonna come back. I know Daniel Craig was like, yeah, this is 100% what we're doing. He's
no,
like,
and he went out rightfully like at the best time because some
No
Bond
time.
actor no time to best time.
Yeah.
Some James Bond actors go into their mid 60s still playing the role.
like Sir Roger.
Yes,
But he was great. I thought he just
he's
got better
wonderful.
with
He's in
time.
all my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Live and Let Die is my favorite one. That's my favorite James Bond movie.
I think that might be my favorite one too.
No kidding. That's so great.
I'd have to think about it a bit longer, but yeah, I love Live and Let Die.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's not as corny
so
as
weird,
most
like,
of the other
watching
Roger
him, like in
movies.
Harlem, like just not
it's-
understanding the culture and just that's what you people should have done was have Live and Let Die.
Right. That's just remake that.
Yeah.
Put Daniel Craig in Harlem.
Oh, that would be fun. All right, we gotta stop talking about James Bond because I would just want to talk about it. For
Right.
hours,
Yeah, we're gonna go. We can go at least 26 episodes.
maybe more.
Maybe.
What do you count the original Casino Royale?
I don't. I've never seen it. I have
Neither
no
have I.
desire to. I own a DVD of Never Say Never Again, but I've yet to watch it.
I've never watched it. Brad, what the fuck is?
Guy.
We're like near James Bond like fans.
Bond boys.
Yeah.
Boys bonded by bondage. Had to,
boy.
it was right there. I had to.
Anyways,
War Dogs.
War Dogs. I hate scenes when it's like the wife taking the child. She's like, "We're going to my mom's." I feel like that's every like fucking movie. There's a scene where the wife is, "We're going to stay with my mom for a while."
Do you watch SNL?
Occasionally.
Okay, Heidi Gardner is one of the cast members on
Yeah.
it. She's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. She does a original character on Weekend Update called, I think it's a boxer's girlfriend or something like that, and that's literally like her like catchphrase. It's like, I'm taking the kids to my sisters.
Yeah.
Like with a Boston accent and everything. It's
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Like, yeah, every single movie has that scene where they go to stay with the mom, and it's just. But then she's back with him for some reason at the end. I don't.
There's that scene where he was coming back and like begging her and is like, I'm gonna come, I'll be a massage therapist or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's that like shot of her where she's just kind of like thinking about it, and you see her like face change, go from
Yeah.
like
Yeah, she
Okay.
can't resist him.
yeah.
She can't resist Miles Teller.
I was like, this is love, I
a
guess.
rectangle face.
Another side tangent, just because we're gonna
That's what this podcast is for.
We're gonna dunk on Miles Teller a bit. Have you ever seen the remake of Footloose?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, I've never seen the original. So
You've never seen the original?
It's one of those things where it's like it's something I should have seen.
Yeah.
It seems like something I would have seen by now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna get to it, I promise.
All
But yeah, he's in the remake.
Yeah.
and he's not like the main dude. He's like the corny friend that like the main dude at first like saves from being bullied and then like becomes his like best friend
Okay.
in the end. Really interesting. You see him in like a kind of corny cowboy getup.
Yeah.
So seeing him going from that to like Fantastic Four or like Top
Yeah.
Gun is just a very fun leap.
He's evolved as an actor.
He's a character actor.
Truly. He has a lot of scars on his face. I never.
does.
I always seen that, and I always wondered what that's from.
I have actually looked into that. I think the story is it was a car accident.
Ooh.
That's all I'll say on it. I don't know if it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was somebody's fault or if
Okay.
there was like alcohol involved. Or
Okay.
something. I don't know. But that is what I believe. What I heard. It's definitely glass.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say he doesn't seem like the street tough type, but also it didn't look like birthmarks or something.
Right.
So I was curious as to where those came from. But yeah, that makes sense. He's a fine actor. Jonah Hill's laugh, I gotta say, it was really annoying me throughout this movie.
I did not like the laugh.
Yeah.
I know thankfully that's not like Jonah Hill's laugh. That
Yeah.
was just like the character's laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt the same way. I was like, this. I would hate to hear this because I feel like because I do stand up. You do stand up. We go to a lot of clubs.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I also do it sometimes.
Yeah.
We go to a lot of clubs. Sometimes we'll hear somebody laughing that is just absolutely annoying.
Dude, okay, this is another side tangent. Me and my girlfriend went to see Louis C.K. when he was here in December, and there was this guy sitting in the row above, like in front of us, and he was doing this laugh where I don't know if like people will understand this, but there's like a laugh where people want to show that they're laughing, and so they do this laugh that's like overly exaggerated, but like proof that like I understand this comedian more, so I'm gonna do this laugh that's like, and he was doing this like ha 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 ha, and my girlfriend was getting so annoyed, and she was like just stone faced the whole time, and she was like, and I was like, I
can't do anything about it. Yeah, I get that. I had this main thing I was referring to was I used to go to the Main Arts Theater back when it was still a thing.
Okay.
They would have those midnight shows, and I went to pretty good amount of them. Not like frequently, but enough to like be regular.
Yeah.
And there was a guy there who I believe was more regular than I was, and his laugh itself wasn't annoying. He would like wait till everyone else was done laughing and then he would laugh.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like a decent laugh. It was just like a ha.
Yeah, that's annoying because that's like he's just doing it for attention.
Exactly, and I found it absolutely annoying.
Yeah, that's so pathetic.
Yeah. Stop having fun in public. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
Idiots. Okay, there's one more side tangent, and then we're going to get back to the movie. We also saw this movie called Devotion last year. Did you hear about this?
I feel like I've heard of that.
It's Jonathan Majors and the other guy from Top Gun. Not Tom Cruise or Miles Teller, the cool guy. I don't remember his name. Glenn something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Glenn something.
And there was a group of it was only me and my girlfriend in this theater, and then a group of little boys in the row in front of us. And it's like they didn't come to this movie because they want to see this movie. They came to this movie because they wanted to fuck around, and their parents dropped them off in the movie. And they were fucking around the whole time.
Oh.
And then I turned into the old man who was like, "Hey, you kids, shut the fuck up!
Sit down and shut up!"
It was it's like a Vietnam War movie, and I was like, "You guys want to fuck around, go in a different theater?"
And then read the room, kids.
Yeah. And my girlfriend told me like, "Why'd you yell at those kids?" And I was like, "They were fucking."
What do you mean fucking? Why?
Because she thought that they were gonna do something to us, and I was like, "They're like little. They're like 14-year-old boys. Like what?"
Oh no, they're not gonna do shit.
I'm a man. They hear a big man yell at them, and then they all left after that. And so I was like, "Yeah,
it worked out."
Yeah.
I've been that person for a while actually. I don't love going to the movies anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be like one of my favorite things. Like me and my mom would go all the time. I mean, we'll still go once in a while, but it used to be like something I would genuinely look forward to. Yeah. Now it's like a chore because I know I have people to put up with. Like people don't just come to the movie and watch it and shut up anymore.
Yeah.
I know phones have been a thing for a while now, but I think like
no, it's been bad
the past like 5+ years. Some people say like, oh, it was a pandemic. Like, no, it was a problem before that.
Yeah, especially now because like everybody does it, so everyone just instinctually wants to check their phone during the movie.
Yeah, so. And like I'm that person where like that light it takes me right out. It just does. I wish I didn't. I wish I could just ignore it. Yeah. I'm not that person.
Yeah, but I think you can tell someone to stop talking, but you can't tell someone to get off the phone.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last movie I went to, I had to tell someone to stop talking. I had kids right behind me. Oh, it was the Super Mario movie.
Well,
that's
your problem.
That's what I get for going to a kids movie. I get it, but this kid was literally like kicking my chair.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So I couldn't do both.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Okay, so back to War Dogs.
Yes.
I don't know what else about this myth.
We covered Miles, we covered Jonah, we covered Anna.
There's a great scene. There's one of these great scenes where it's so early in the film. Miles says about Jonah's character. He says, he's great at being the person that you want him to be. So if he's talking to like an Orthodox Jewish guy, he's wearing a yarmulke. He's like going full. And then if he's talking to like a Marine, he's a Christian.
He says as a Christian.
Yeah. And then there's a scene at the end of the movie when they have like the final confrontation and they're in an elevator, and Jonah Hill is saying to Miles Teller, he's like, I'm your best friend, and he says, no, you're just being the guy that you think you want me to be, that I want you to be. It was a very cathartic scene. I was like, I gotta give it to Todd Phillips. That's like good, like, setup. It's very subtle, but it was a good like character move to have.
Yeah, it was a good like just kind of like a bringing it all full circle, like I don't want to say a callback necessarily, but it was a good just like, oh, this is like a good bow on the top of the story.
Because it's like Miles the whole movie is thinking Jonah Hill is my best friend, but then it's like that moment of realization where he's like, Oh no, he's just being who he thinks I want him to be. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I thought that was a good scene.
Yeah, and then there's probably that moment of like, and now I feel stupid for not fucking realizing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But they get, spoiler alert, they get arrested anyway, so you'll have plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah,
Miles Teller got like what, 7 months?
7 months of home, whatever
House
it's called,
arrest.
house
That's right.
arrest.
Yeah, he got off pretty good.
Yeah, and then Jonah Hill's character
4 years.
4 years, and I believe he was released 2 years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And then on at the very end of the movie, they said like in something of 2022, like late 2022, the company that Jonah Hill was running,
AEY.
Yeah, that they can like start doing government contracts again, or they're like eligible.
So who knows? Maybe he's back. He's Ephraim de Broglie.
Ephraim, yes. That was,
maybe he's back in the weapons game, but I doubt it.
Possibly. I mean, sequel.
War Dogs 2.
Back in business.
This time, they're selling weapons to the Ukraine.
Oh, man. Very timely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to go big for the sequel.
You could. Maybe this time they can get Jesse Eisenberg and Shia LaBeouf. Maybe. I haven't seen him around.
Shia LaBeouf?
Either.
Oh. Jesse Eisenberg was in something recently.
I think he's doing a show or something.
It's
like a Hulu show.
It's on Hulu. I don't remember what it's called though.
I don't either. I remember seeing ads for it.
It's about like a New York depressed man.
That sounds right.
That's always great. I love a depressed New York man living in a New York apartment show.
Yeah, there's never been any of those. No Seinfelds, no Friendses, no How I Met Your Mother's.
I love a big city show. Like, I don't live in a big city, but I love a show about the big city.
I do too. It's like it's a bit of slice of life.
Yeah. And it's like fun. And it's like you feel like you can be a part of the action, but you don't actually have to do the
right. I can learn about being a New Yorker without ever having to step foot in New York.
You don't have to pay those New York prices.
Absolutely, for rent. Even though I think on Friends they got one of them had like a free apartment or something.
Is that true?
I think so.
I don't remember that.
Someone was like, "Oh, my aunt owned it and like I just gave it to me or something."
That might be the case.
Yeah, because I remember that being one of the like debunked like Friends
how
like,
they could
BS
afford
things.
such like big apartments.
Right, yeah, because a lot of those sitcom shows, the apartments are rather extravagant.
Yeah. Well, with Frasier, that made sense.
Frasier made bank.
Yeah.
Like he had at least 400 episodes under his belt.
Yeah.
By the time Frasier ended.
Yeah.
So he's doing quite well. He could afford a big deluxe apartment in the sky.
Do you like movies that take place in Miami?
Honestly, I can't say I've seen a lot of Miami movies. I think the only Miami movie I can say I've revisited over and over is John Leguizamo's The Pest. Which is one of my favorite movies.
Okay, I was gonna say you brought up that movie when we were shooting Uncle Mafia.
That's probably true.
That was something you like improvised. Was that you were an extra on that movie?
That's right. Yeah.
And then I think I had seen you like post something about it sometime or something.
I'll post about it like something from it once in a while. Like I think on Discord I changed my profile picture to like him at some point. Like
he's going crazy in the news. Have you heard from him lately?
Yeah, he wants Latin everything.
He's really upset about it. Even though I feel like there is a fair share of Latin movies, especially now.
Yeah, and like he came on. I watched The View every day.
Yeah.
He came on The View and was like, "I'm being annoying about this because I just want it to get done." It's like he's not losing sleep over it necessarily. He's just kind of like, if I'm not loud about it, no one else will be.
Yeah, I mean that's it's a worthy cause.
Yeah, and like there should be more representation
in
all
the best
media.
movie of last year, so he deserves to say whatever he wants.
What movie was this again?
The Menu.
Oh yes, I have seen The Menu. It was a good time.
Great movie.
Yes. My favorite part was the chocolate melting on the heads. I was like, I would like that to happen to me. That's how I want to go.
Well, and then you get set on fire and blow up. But
could be worse.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any final thoughts on this movie? We've been going for a while.
I didn't like Jonah Hill's hair.
Yeah,
it was the character's hair. Let's be fair.
The whole like douchey bro like character. It's not a character I'm a fan of.
That's never been what I've been like. Oh, I never like resonate with it, or like I never root for that person. You know.
And I know you're not supposed to, but it's also like they keep making these characters, and it's just it's very like there's a scene where they're in a meeting and then they're hiring new employees, and one of the employees says, "What does AUI stand for?" And then he fires him on the spot. And I know they made it to be like, we got to have a scene that shows that Jonah Hill is a piece of shit, and it's like, and make it like a funny scene, but it's also like nobody does that in real life.
No, I thought there was a missed opportunity with that scene though, because at some point in that scene, somebody goes, "What does IBM stand for?" And I'm like, no one's gonna say irritable bowel movement.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah. They missed out on that
Clowns.
little joke. Yeah.
They should have hired me.
They really should have. Todd Phillips, we gotta call you for Joker 2.
Oh, me and Joker or Joaquin and Gaga.
Lady Gags.
Dream blunt rotation. Other than that, I like I told you earlier, I really enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would. I'm not a big I don't seek out war, crime, lots of guns and a SUV type movies, but this was a pretty interesting, fun time.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, it's a good picture. I think check it out if you're interested.
Good flick.
Yeah,
good little motion pic.
Okay, anything else you'd like to?
I'm good.
Okay,
this was a good time.
Brad does comedy, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see Brad will post on his social media when he's doing comedy. So.
This is true. I do that all the time.
So you should follow him to see when he's going to do comedy in your area.
Please do. Brad Mama Jamma.
I'll put it right here. So you can,
beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys next time.
Oh wait, can we change the font?
No.
Oh, I like that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Big piece.
Big piece.
Pew, pew, pew.